I am being boiled alive, good god, and I have to cut this video short because of it, because even though I cleaned my PC, very thoroughly I might add, 2 days ago, it's overheating, and I'm just waiting for it to explode at this point, plus somehow, some way, when I was moving the PC around, something broke, and now when I run my microphone through voice meter, my speakers don't work, which makes no sense whatsoever. Just end me, now. We're looking at the Serro, by the way. This is a polearm that only requires mastery rank 6 and it does primarily electricity damage with a decent chunk of slash on the side. The crit is very bad at only 8% crit chance and a 1.5 times crit multiplier, though the status chance of 26% is more than good enough. Also, since it is a polearm, it sports very good base range of 3 meters and the attack speed isn't too bad either at 0.917. The blueprint is available from the Energy or Corpus lab in the dojo and it's not too expensive, you just need some credits, field-run circuits, salvage and neural sensors. So let's give it a shot, or well, a swing I guess. This could be really cool because we just have slash and electricity, so I think if we go something nutty with influence, it could actually work really well. So let's slap on a stance. First of all, let's get an adapter in there. I know influence is basically cheating for melee weapons, but this is the perfect weapon for it. I'm pretty sure we want to run condition overload for this one. Then I most certainly want to run gas on this, though maybe we do gas with primed fever strike instead. Yeah, big gas. We're gonna need at least voltaic strike to bolster the electricity, though we need to shuffle this around a little bit. There we go. I mean, the slash could help a lot with single target, so let's try Carnice Mandible. We get primed reach for absolutely meme levels of range. Lovely. And we top it off with Weeping Wounds. That seems pretty good. I'm gonna try Grineer without armor strip first, see how it do. This is actually not bad at all. The single target's not tremendous. Like, yeah, we have 0 armor strip, but like it's chunking them, the slash is helping out a lot, but the smaller units, they just die super duper fast, so if we get a bit of armor strip in here, maybe even from like Harold or something, this should be absolutely a-okay. Let's be a little bit more sensible here and try it against the Corpus. Yep, pretty much what I expected. Absolute meltage, my dudes and dudettes. I am liking this so far. Let's add Harold for a bit more priming, and let's switch his Betoton into the armor strip setup with corrosive and heat. Oh mama, that is. Wowee. Yeah, even just that little bit of extra armor strip with the extra priming on top. Mwah, tremendous. I completely forgot about Elementalist. Ho ho. We could also run Boreal's Content, though I think Condition Overload is going to be better. Yeah, that's definitely stronger, but I have a feeling Condi Overload is going to be the way to go here. Yep, especially when we add the priming from Harold, it's just, yeah, Condi Overload is going to be the way to go, instead of Boreal's Contempt. But back in you go, buddy boy. There it is. Yeah, this is more than enough. Also, since you have heavy attack wind-up speed, you could do Tennokai. I don't want to because I want to do a light stack build, but if you want to do a hybrid, you can do that. Let's give it like a scuffed test in an Exterminate. The reason, by the way, I want to test it in an Exterminate, and it seems to be doing rather well right off the bat, which is fabulous, is because these setups thrive in high-density missions. So if it's going to work in an Exterminate, where the enemy density isn't particularly high, it should work everywhere else. Good god, I hope you can't hear the fans in my PC, because they're going full blow right now. It is very hot. It's actually so hot right now, I had to lower the quality of the recording because it was taxing my PC too much and the game was chugging like a lot. I should probably talk about the weapon, eh? It's actually doing really well. The single target is mediocre, which is to be expected. Like if you have one single enemy, even if it's not a particularly beefy enemy, it's not doing a lot. But as soon as you add another enemy, or they're like right here, perfect example, when you have 3 enemies clumped up together, the damage goes through the roof very quickly. Like for a fairly cheap Mastery Rank 6 polearm, this is not too bad. Oh, even the Eximus damage isn't too bad. I'm genuinely impressed. Like, is it the best thing in the world? No, very far from it, but I mean, I wouldn't call it terrible. I mean, the Serro has never been terrible. It has solid damage distribution, so you can do some funky stuff with the electricity and slash, but right now with like influence and all that, I'm not mad at this. I would use this. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm using it right now. Good stuff. Now let's test it in a mission that it's actually like made for. Oh god, the FPS drops are real. Please don't explode, computer. Please, I beg of you. Yeah, this is unsurprisingly much better. The damage is tremendous. The Corpus are exploding left, right, and center. But so is my PC. I'm actually getting a little bit worried. I'm just waiting for it to lock up. This is actually a very solid setup for the Corpus. Like, I would absolutely recommend this. If you're looking for a good Corpus basher, this is it. This is tremendous. Oh god, I just opened Afterburner on my other monitor. I'm not using it to overclock, I'm just using it to check temperatures. It's just a simple way to do it. But they're no good. They are not good at all. So let's wait for an Acolyte and then wrap it up. Alright, hello Angst. Please hurry. Okay. Shields went down. What? Damn. That was fast. I did not expect that in the slightest. So, here's the overheated build for the Serro. We have Condition Overload for damage, Primed Reach for range, Weeping Wounds for status chance, Berserker Fury for attack speed, Melee Elementalist for status damage, and then a combination of Shocking Touch, Virulent Scourge, and Volcanic Edge for gas, electricity, and status chance. The star of the show is once again Melee Influence, which works really well with the Serro since it has a lot of innate electricity. It just spreads your status around and it scales your damage based on the number of enemies you're hitting. It's just really strong. I would even go as far as to say it's the strongest melee arcane in the game right now. Now, one thing I will say here is that I went for a light stack build, but you can very much do a Tenoukai setup as well. All you need to do is just put in an Exodus adapter and then put in a Tenoukai mod of your choice. One thing I forgot to mention in the video is that I'm running Arcane Strike on my Inaros, so I was getting some extra attack speed. And I would also highly recommend you run this with a priming pet that's focused on armor strip. I'm running Good Boy Harold, which is a hound that primes corrosive radiation, heat, impact, and puncture. This helps a lot with armored units, and it also skyrockets your damage through Condition Overload. So if you try this setup and it doesn't seem to be doing quite as much damage as it did in this video, this is probably why. This ended up being quite a bit of a surprise. Like, I expected it to do well, but differently. I expected the slash to help a lot with a single target, but in the end, we basically discarded the slash in favor of electricity and gas. But it still ended up being a really fun setup, and I would actually recommend you give it a try, because the Serro isn't a very expensive weapon. So yeah, definitely give it a shot. Or, well, a swing, I guess. And now I really have to go, because it's still incredibly hot. The fans in my PC are going at full speed, and I'm just waiting for it to melt. So I thank you very much for watching, as always guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. And I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.